In the 1940s, noted science fiction author L. Ron Hubbard published a book called Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health. It quickly became a bestseller, and Hubbard saw the opportunity for profit. He founded the Hubbard Dianetic Research Foundation to teach the healing techniques he claimed to have discovered. The foundation soon collapsed and filed for bankruptcy. Hubbard, a college dropout and below-average student, proceeded to claim graduate degrees in multiple fields including civil engineering, and founded the Hubbard College. In 1954, Hubbard created the Church of Scientology as a means to avoid paying taxes. The new organization officially absorbed Hubbard College, and thus was born modern Scientology. In the years since, the Church and its officials have been suspected in the involvement of dozens of murders, suicides and unusual deaths of those who would question their ways or threaten the profitability of the organization. Among these deaths was Lisa Mcpherson. Lisa, like so many others, was drawn to the Church of Scientology at a young and impressionable age. A year after becoming a member of the church, she was involved in a minor car accident. Although she was physically unharmed, the medical personnel at the hospital treating her thought it best that she receive psychological treatment. Following the intervention of a fellow church member, Lisa refused treatment and checked herself out from the hospital in order to seek religious counsel. Mcpherson was immediately taken to the Fort Harrison Hotel, where she was to be treated with rest and relaxation, though accounts from within the church claim that she was actually to be treated for a psychotic break. 17 days after the otherwise healthy Mcpherson checked into Scientology's care, members of the church contacted fellow member and Dr. David Minkoff. Those treating Lisa explained that she seemed to have an infection and requested a prescription of antibiotics. Minkoff refused, explaining that he must see the patient in order to prescribe such a medication. After some dispute, those treating Mcpherson relented. Although Lisa Mcpherson showed signs of labored breathing, the Scientologists passed 4 hospitals while en route to see Minkoff. When they arrived at the hospital, Lisa was already dead. The initial coroner's report showed that Lisa had died a slow and horrible death. Having gone for nearly 10 days without fluids or food, she had lost nearly 20 pounds in the 17 days she was under Scientology's care. She was covered with bruises and animal bites, and had been unconscious for at least 48 hours. The coroner, Joan Wood, concluded that Lisa Mcpherson had died of a pulmonary embolism caused by bed rest and severe dehydration. Scientology responded by stating that Wood was lying and sued her for defamation. The church, as well as Dr. Minkoff, were brought up on charges that were later dropped. A civil suit was settled for an undisclosed sum of money. Unfortunately, Lisa Mcpherson has not been the only one to die as a result of the church's practices. Other related deaths, as well as crimes committed by the church, will be covered in further depth in another video to come. Until then, I ask that you take a moment to think of Lisa Mcpherson. It's unfortunate that it took the end of her life for us to recognize the danger that the Church of Scientology poses to the innocent, but her death shall not be in vain. We speak out against the church not only on our own accord, but on behalf of those who cannot. On behalf of those who live in fear of the church. On behalf of those who've had their lives destroyed by the profit-hungry machine that Scientology has become. On behalf of people who have died as a result of Scientology's actions. Lisa's legacy will ensure that no more innocents must die as a result of our inaction. Let her memory fuel your action. Let our actions end Scientology's reign.